Hi, my name is Brennan Callan. I earned my master's in secondary education from Grand Canyon University. Before I got to GCU, I was working a bunch of different service jobs, and I was getting tired of the different jobs I was working. My mom is a teacher, so she had always been suggesting I try it out. I had the English major already, and it was making national news that there was a huge teacher shortage. I was working at a diner, and I was like, I'm gonna try teaching. I started working in kindergarten, and I loved it. The more I was teaching, the more I realized it was something I wanted to pursue as a career. But I also found out pretty quickly that I did not want to do elementary school long term. I knew I wanted to get my master's in secondary education because I wanted to have a positive impact on students, not just academically, but in how to develop life and emotional skills. Once I enrolled at GCU, I was able to start teaching high school. Now that I have the master's, it will only help in my future as a teacher and in working with high school students. Secondary education made sense for me because I already had the English degree, and I wanted to have a career that I cared about intrinsically, and I immediately thought of my high school English teacher, Mr. Towsley. He really inspired me, gave me a lot of hard facts straight, but he also had a sense of humor, and he wasn't afraid to give you constructive criticism. He just really made a positive impact on me, and I could see myself wanting to teach English the same way he taught me English. Once I got the teaching bug with elementary schoolers and realized I was naturally good at connecting with students, I thought, if I do this, I think I could have real conversations with high schoolers, and I think I'd be pretty good at that. I knew I would be passionate about what I was doing. What stood out to me about GCU was the flexibility and the ability to make my own schedule and work in different environments. Flexibility of the online classes allowed me to continue to work full-time and earn my master's while learning the craft. The idea of being able to do something on my lunch break, make my own hours, get up early, drive to the library, and knock out my grad school work sounded really nice. I was able to complete my master's in education in a year and a half. Affordability was also important to me because I knew if I got into school again, I would need to save money. GCU offered me the Teach Grant, which was really financially helpful. I would recommend GCU for a degree in education because of the flexibility, the affordability, and the understanding professors. The other students in my classes were extremely kind and helpful, and they were very supportive. Education is meaningful to me because I think of it as academically important, obviously. If students are 15 and they're reading at a third grade level, it's important for them to learn how to comprehend and read for things like resumes. But I also think students need to learn how to manage and control their emotions because that's going to affect them in all walks of life. Education helps people communicate, and that is going to be present in whatever you do in life. Now that I have my degree, my master's has given me a raise at my current job, which I'm very excited for, and it's also opened up time for me. Now that I've graduated, I'm able to marinate with everything that I was cramming for and studying, and I can finally look back through the different presentations I made, and I'm able to look at the work I did at GCU and find ways to realistically apply that to the classroom that I'm working in. I can also take the different ideas I heard from the message boards at GCU and share them with my coworkers. I would recommend GCU for other people who want to jumpstart their career because it is flexible and the professors understand that oftentimes you will be working a job or taking care of family. They are willing to work with you on those fronts to help you get into a better situation with a new career.